And welcome, and we're back again, amazingly.
I know, I can't believe we made it.
Yes, yeah, well, no one necessarily wants us to be here, but we're here anyway. I'm Casa, this is my friend JJ,
Yep.
and the man who wants to be known as Daddy.
Daddy, thank you.
Our good friend Philthy.
Hey, Daddy.
Filthy daddy.
Daddy. It's a filthy daddy. But as far as the podcast goes, I have no idea how many listeners we have because I haven't checked. I've been too scared.
I think it's somewhere between 0 and 1.
Yeah, probably.
I might listen to it this week.
I did have one person say, "Oh, your audio quality is okay."
No, really. That's it. Well,
Yeah, that's better than terrible.
just so people know, we have no microphone or headsets. We're doing this pretty much on a laptop. Yeah, it's literally talking to a laptop. That's our setup.
Correct.
Yeah, our setup.
So the week that's just gone by, how have you found it in the world of sports?
Well, we found out that AFL fans can't actually say anything at the football.
Yep.
If you fart the wrong way, they kick you out now.
Yep.
So,
we also learned the World Cup. Australia got their ass kicked, but then came back
Yes, yeah.
and sent a big fuck you to Brazil,
Yeah.
which was great.
I found out that Essendon might beat Hawthorn.
Yeah, but just we covered our bit of history, of course. Julian, a child of abuse, being a Melbourne supporter. Me, like a middle-aged man, hasn't had any success since the 90s. Yeah. And Phil is a scumbag Essendon supporter.
You mean the elite.
And that's pretty much all we'll have to say about those drug-cheating cunts.
So we've had that, and we've also had some big upsets in the NHL and NBA. Well, not upsets, some drought breaking, which we'll cover later. So we'll definitely come back to that one. And the Cricket World Cup has also been on.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
It's been
we
boring
have no
people
idea
since
because
God knows how long.
Yeah.
As much as people love the cricket, it's something you have on the background. It's just there. It's just there.
Summertime, you got Channel 9, or is it still Channel 9, or they've moved
No, they've moved it to 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because those guys, you know,
Well, look, in all
we
fairness,
need to listen to Bruce more.
No. In all fairness,
That's what sport needs.
Richie died,
I mean-
and nobody cared about Channel 9 anymore.
Yeah, let's be
So,
honest. If I can't see
Let's still have
crudely drawn images on all of my matches, what's the point?
Exactly.
You know, it was
When they
that was the best thing I'd ever seen.
you could just imagine, if you hit a 4 there, and then up the ground,
Richie
and
would show you.
and then they'd just make it drawing a dick.
Yeah.
It's like, look at all these 4s you're scoring. It's just penetration right through the center of the field.
All right, so
We'll kick things off with the Women's World Cup and mainly focusing on Australia because we might actually fucking win something in a soccer tournament.
yeah,
Who
well,
would have
I mean,
thought?
I didn't know women play sports. Just saying.
the Women's World Cup. Yeah, well, I watched the first game, and to say that we were playing a high line,
Oh,
Would
it's
be,
an understatement.
yeah,
Italy just tore us up on the counter. Ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking my language. So you're talking women's sports, and Italy tore up the Australian ladies.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. I'm down.
And I haven't seen much of the Brazil game.
well, we came from 2 goals down. So
Yeah, so I've only seen
at
the
least
goals.
it was a
and,
good comeback.
Yeah, definitely. And thank fuck, because I thought we're going out with doing nothing, which would have been hugely disappointing, especially on the back of
To be honest, given that we're doing well, I think it's very, very un-Australian from the girls. I mean, you know, they should have. I mean, you know, they were on track. They were on track to be national the heroes that we know. You know, disappointing, average,
almost there,
but not quite.
promising.
You know, I mean, they were so close, and I think it's just very, very un-Australian. And they're showing up the men, which is no good. It's no good at all.
Yeah, it's the Me Too movement getting too real.
This country's football tradition is founded on mediocrity.
Yes, exactly. They're playing above themselves. Damn it, it's not right.
Well, we'll see if that gets rectified. I'm actually a little bit hoping it's not.
No, I think they're actually going to do okay, which is quite amazing. And who knows? Yeah, they might win the fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of good teams.
The USA actually on that.
Yeah.
USA soccer women's team beat Thailand 13-0, setting a new world record.
Oh yeah, I heard about that on Reddit actually.
Yeah.
But the USA winning something else?
No,
I can't get behind it.
They're not really a soccer fan. They're not.
Which makes it even worse. They don't need to dominate another sport, especially if it's females and nobody watches.
What sport do they dominate on the world stage?
Well, they dominate everything. They put their head into, don't they?
Yeah, but it's because the sports nobody else fucking plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Like baseball,
basketball, or NFL. Oh, the world championship gridiron game.
Yeah.
Fucking world champion.
They called their domestic baseball series the World Series.
Yeah, but that's American if I've ever heard it.
Well, they did sing "We Are the World."
Sticking on the
sports track.
Well, the US sports track, the St. Louis Blues won
the NHL.
Yes, they won the wrestling on ice title.
The Stanley Cup.
That's a good way to put it. Actually.
And they actually smashed them in the last game.
Yeah, three.
So it went down to the last game, which was in Boston, and I think they won like 4-1 or something.
Oh, last I saw it was 3-1 when like.
Yeah, it was a very convincing win.
I'm a fan of the Bruins as well, but for them to pick it up, first time ever.
First time ever
remarkable.
67. It was very impressive. That's as much as I got to see. I think I saw a little bit of one game.
I've been watching the mini matches that they have, the highlights, the like extended highlights, and didn't see much of it, unfortunately.
It's an exciting game. If you compare it to other forms of games, it's pretty exciting.
It's pretty brutal. They've taken away the fighting now, but it's still pretty brutal.
Yeah, like goons aren't a thing anymore.
No.
You can't get a goon on the ice.
There's a good documentary on it.
Goon?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
on the enforcer in hockey and how it's pretty much been phased out of the game because, like, those big tough guys that used to just go around hitting people. It's not really a...
but it's kind of
it's not a role anymore.
It's kind of fun.
It would be.
Really
I know it would be.
It's just lucky it's not here in Australia, because you can just imagine, like, New Zealand versus Australia. You just have, like, the Maoris beating the shit out of everybody else.
That's true.
Oh, well, I mean, the All Blacks.
Yep, they'll do that on the field.
They don't do that anyway.
It's just any sport where a Kiwi can beat the shit out of an Aussie, they're going to win at.
Yeah.
It's what they're good at.
NBA.
Yep.
Kiwis pastime beating up Australians.
Beating up Australians. The NBA,
Toronto.
The Raptors won their first title.
Is that the first time a Canadian team has ever won an NBA championship?
Hey, but
probably.
I see a laptop in front of you.
Oh, okay. Let's Google this.
Yeah. I mean, surely not.
I reckon. I don't know. I'd be guessing. I reckon that I would say yes. Just pure fucking guess.
You know what? I'm going to get counterpoint. I'm going to say a hard no.
Hard no.
Hard. As hard as Essendon's going to beat Hawthorn tonight. What's the score?
No, it's Canada's first ever NBA championship.
You're kidding.
No,
I mean, it's not hockey, right? I mean, it's going to be in air, no sticks. There's no, you don't get to apologise as much on court. It makes sense.
Why would people be apologising,
No, because it's Canadians.
Yeah, Canadians.
But they're supposed to be good at ice hockey. And
Canadians?
Yeah.
They're the best in the world.
Yeah, that's why their teams haven't won a title in the NHL for like fucking 30 years or something.
Oh, it hasn't been that long.
No way.
It's been a long time.
Didn't it? Nah, it hasn't been that long at all. No way.
Or I might be completely wrong.
Yes, and I hope you're completely wrong.
Hey, look, I never said my information was correct.
Hey, you're a North supporter. Alright? Which means your opinion is invalid.
Have you heard our motto, Phil?
Whatever it's... No, wait, that's the wrong one.
Fuck off.
I like this motto. But you got to lower the tone. Say it more seriously, you know?
Edmonton won one in 2006.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think. No, I think that's just an appearance. My bad. Montreal Canadiens won one in 93.
93.
No way, it's been that long.
It's been a while.
No way!
Thank you.
No, but even then, I was like, that's not that long.
It's not 30 years, but it's
no, it's
20...
like 27, 26.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I'm not the accountant in the room.
So it's probably why when Vancouver lost in 2011, they rioted, which I was inspired by. I thought that was amazing. Do you guys remember the Vancouver riots? Oh, it was great. There was like this infamous picture of Vancouver burning and this couple making out. It was quite surreal.
As you do in a riot.
Oh, nothing more romantic.
That's the first thought that comes to mind. Well, we're going to die here, honey. Might as well lock tongues.
Might as well have a root while you're at it.
Like. How else would you want to go out in all seriousness?
Yeah, true.
So yeah,
you did Google image search titties before.
He actually did.
What else is Google for?
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing on the agenda, we can talk about, I guess, the Women's World Cup is on at the moment, and the men's EPL is done for the year, and the men's soccer is done for the year, but there are transfers.
There's transfers, and Hazard is officially a Real Madrid
Yeah, we spoke
player.
about that last week. I don't think there's fucking been in it for like a week.
I saw like Man United signed some kid who I don't know from
that's
Swansea.
Our information is spot on.
Well, that's helpful, isn't it? Someone went to somewhere and they're doing something. Good on them.
Well,
you know what? I completely approve or disapprove. At the moment, I really haven't a clue.
Yeah, Matthew Delight might go to PSG.
Yeah, well, he's been linked to literally everywhere.
Every fucking club. So, not much on the football front.
But
the NHL and the NBA brings up a great segue because they were drought-breaking wins.
Oh, yes. So we're looking at some of the great drought-breaking wins. My favourite would be the Chicago Cubs, who went 104 years. 104 years. Without a title.
Jesus. Imagine, so basically generations have died at the hands of the Chicago Cubs.
That's something
They should be charged with genocide. People just sitting there, I'm on a hunger strike till we win.
Is that the longest drought?
Yeah, I reckon it would be.
I think it is.
I mean, yeah. That's remarkable. That is absolutely remarkable.
So... Moreover, we were talking about the droughts, but I think what we'd want to look at is active droughts at the moment. What droughts are still ongoing?
Well, I haven't had a sip of the can that's in front of me for a good 35 seconds.
Oh, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, it feels like a drought.
So, we'll start off, I reckon, with the Yank sports, and some of the ones we're seeing here are the Cleveland Browns, who have never gone into a Super Bowl since, believe 1964.
Yeah. No, but even then, at the moment, the Browns are still the Browns.
64. That's as long as what Melbourne have taken to not win a flag.
I mean, we've been in a couple grand finals. Lost them.
But I remember 2000.
Yeah.
You did not...
By the way, I've got made a bit of a fib. The Cubs went 107 years without a title. Not 104.
So the Sacramento Kings is another one. They haven't made an appearance in a championship since 1951, which I believe is some type of record there. In the NHL, we got Vancouver and Buffalo, both from 1970. Never winning anything since they've entered.
Drought's over. Let's eject.
So it's no longer a live drought here for Phil and his can.
We're back in, boys.
And the sport that we dubbed the feeder for State of Origin, NRL.
Oh, yes.
The Parramatta Eels haven't done shit for 30 odd years.
But neither has NRL.
Yeah, NRL has just been,
fuck.
You know.
We love the NRL.
So, I think one where we can say that is a little bit more relevant would be EPL. We got Newcastle. We've written, what's that, 196?
Oh, I think sorry, that was my shit scribbling. I think it was 1961 Newcastle haven't won a...
Oh, is that what that says?
Who's the longest drought in AFL?
We're gonna get to that.
No, come on.
Yeah, we're building a suspense because it's a segue. You're rolling the fucking...
You're fucking rolling.
Hey, you're rolling on my table.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway.
So we got Newcastle in 1961. Newcastle was a very big, well-funded side in the EPL. To have not won any silverware whatsoever is just pretty shit on their behalf. Liverpool, of course, not winning an EPL title since 1990.
Greatest team of all time.
Let's hope it may continue.
What? We want to hear us.
The greatest team of all time. They almost employed Gil McLaughlin as their fucking chairman. That's all you
we're talking about in the cup?
No.
Gilbert.
Great.
No, we're talking about Gilbert McAdam. He is not Gilbert McLaughlin.
No. Who's the guy from the AFL?
Gilbert McAdam.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe the babies are coming in stronger than I thought.
So Crystal Palace, 1905 to never. They've not won shit since
1905?
Yeah. So they had won something prior to that.
Wait. The name Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
That's a name?
That's the name of the place.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Either they're extreme drug takers or they're really bad at living in fantasy worlds. Because that is a terrible name for a place.
And one of my favourite, Hertha Berlin.
Hertha Berlin. So
Hertha Berlin.
There's a bit of a reason behind this. So Hertha Berlin were a pretty decent side until the early 30s, when basically the Third Reich came and just decimated Eastern Europe.
So, it's been a while. It's been a while.
So basically, during my travels, I saw a game of soccer in Germany, one of them being Hertha Berlin versus Nuremberg. What stuck out and what I learnt there was that Berlin, or Hertha Berlin, have not been able to do shit since then, even though they're a capital city, one of the most populous cities in Germany, because Eastern Germany were basically fucking dirt poor for a very long time and had no money after World War II. So basically the Nazis fucked up Berlin. Yeah.
Whoa, who would have known?
Yeah, I know. And basically Soviet Russia came, stripped all the money out, and they've been shit ever since, like every other Eastern German team.
What do you reckon the main point of these teams being so bad for? Is you reckon it's money in their teams? Or like with as you were saying...
for Liverpool, it's just they suck.
Yeah, well, 1990 isn't the same as 1905 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are definitely different levels of
the Crystal Palace just don't have the funds or the...
Hertha Berlin
and they don't have the names. Nobody's going to... What are you going to scream out? Crystal?
Well, the American sports are more staggering, I think, than... Because I mean,
these have relegation.
Yeah, exactly.
These ones don't.
And they've got salary caps and stuff in like the NFL and the NHL and the MLB, and for a team to go 107 years is pretty poor.
Oh, you know what actually is remarkable? That they've gone 107 years and they're still in it.
Yeah, they're still around, and they're a massive organisation too. They're like they're one of the biggest clubs
still getting
in the world.
The money from the supporters.
I think it's kind of like the Richmond. I always was stunned about how many fans Richmond have, but it's kind of But when you go through a drought,
get it to Richmond now.
When you go through a drought, like they had a massive drought, but they had a massive supporter base, and it almost brings the supporter base together, like it does. Being that
it definitely does. Like we were talking about the NHL earlier,
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been fucking forever. But like watching them win, even though I'm a fan of the Bruins, was sort of like, well, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, could you just imagine
that city would have went nuts.
107-year drought, like you were to just everybody would just be fucking on.
One of my favorite.
Yo, do it!
Come here!
I think that was live audio from it.
Come here, we won!
We now cross live to Chicago.
And of course, the AFL. One of my favorite clubs is St Kilda, because St Kilda went 69 years to win their first flag.
I mean, it's almost like they timed it. It's almost like they got some sort of childish sexual humour about it, like I do.
But they
timed it perfectly.
Yeah, and they went 69 years to win their first, and they've gone
how many?
52 years since
without
62. Winning one.
62 now.
1966 they won.
Oh, did they? Oh, then my shit. I'm shit.
You telling me they've won one?
They've won one.
You telling me
they have won one grand final in their
They've won one premiership.
Okay, I always knew they were bad. Like, just between us guys and whoever... No one's listening, let's be honest. Alright, but just between us guys, I always knew they were bad.
Yeah, they're rubbish.
They are rubbish, but...
Yeah.
How can you honestly, every week, go... I mean, you're a Melbourne supporter, I'm not talking to you. If you're North Melbourne, you've got some backing. Melbourne supporter. How can you go out every week knowing that your team hasn't won in almost the same amount of time that it took them to win the first one? And that's what almost a lifetime.
Yeah.
An expected life, that hurts.
Yeah, it does it.
St Kilda hold some really unfortunate records too. I think they lost their first 47 games in the VFL,
like
so they didn't win like their first 3 seasons in
What's
the VFL.
Interesting though, they've got the current longest running drought at the moment.
Was it Bulldogs before it?
No,
but Bulldogs would have broke there.
No. Their longest drought
years.
was the Swans.
Yes.
What, really?
Yeah, since the 30s.
South Melbourne.
Yeah. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, same club.
Yeah.
Same club, just different.
I mean,
just playing in a
relocated.
different
I
city.
mean, it's the same but different. But I can imagine how it's the same, yeah.
So, but yeah, St Kilda now, I believe, have the longest drought. Which is interesting.
And in all fairness, I can't see them going anywhere at the moment.
Actually...
No, because
they've been better.
They've been better, but they've also... I don't see much promise anymore.
Oh, no, definitely not.
You know what's actually
this
sad?
is another
It's hard to see... Sorry, we're getting on AFL. We're talking AFL at the moment.
Yeah, we're talking AFL.
I'm an Essendon supporter. All right? If we haven't already spoken about this. Now, it's very sad to see... I'm going to mention a team that's doing the worst and has been for a very long time. It's hard to see Carlton suck for as long as they have and not show fight.
There's something missing in football... When
Carlton,
it's like
you want that there.
You want them there, but like you want the rivalry. It's hard to have a rivalry for a team that absolutely
I have to
sucks.
disagree.
Yeah.
I want Carlton to just stop existing.
Look,
because I know,
kind of like Fitzroy.
Look, that's not going to happen. I think.
There goes the room cleaner. Little robot in the corner of the room.
The robot vacuum has just started.
Alright.
It also doesn't like Carlton.
This is why this podcast will succeed if I ever find a reason.
The robot vacuum?
The robot vacuum.
The robot vacuum audio from a mile away. So, that's what it is.
Yeah. Carlton just sucking. I quite enjoy it.
No, but how long have they sucked for now, legitimately?
Well, they had the salary...
2007 they were alright.
They had the salary...
They got to the finals. They showed more fight than Melbourne
when we
did
talk
over
finals,
the
we're about to the finals. So there you go.
They got to the prelim, didn't they?
I don't know if they got to a prelim. They won a couple of finals.
Yeah.
In the Chris
2007, so we're talking 12?
Nah, but even after that, after that, Brett Ratton, when they had Brett Ratton like 5 or 6 years ago, they made finals. They beat Richmond in a big final at the MCG, I remember. The year after that, they missed the finals by a game and they sacked him for Mick Malthouse. And since then, they've been absolute rubbish.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Poor
Brett Ratton seems like a very good coach.
I like to have that. Like, as an Essendon supporter, they're still going to beat you anyway if they're at the bottom of the ladder. Or it sucks. It really sucks.
That's because you're scum and not, you know.
Are you talking about Essendon or Carlton here? Because we're going to have to fight.
But
that's it. No, but like, it's such a long... standing team, and I want to see a bit more fight out of them.
Well, talking of the fans, like, you know, it must be really disappointing for the fans. And
I've got ladies at work that have like absolutely one-eyed. And I got mates of mine, and it's good to give them shit, but it's hard when it just feels sad.
It's not like they can defend themselves.
It turned into from a defense of like we'll get you eventually, so to speak.
To just being so despondent.
And now
the way it is.
And now their fans are being ejected from the sport for going off at the umpire. So, even when they are in the game, one guy's like, oh, we're in the game here. Free kick against them, concede a goal. You're a flog to the umpire. Ben, you're being ejected from the game.
You're a flog.
You're a flog.
Where's the insult?
A Carlton player.
That's just a fact about umpires.
A Carlton fan got ejected for running to the fence during half time as the players were coming off and yelled, "You're a bald flog," and he got.
How is that an insult? You're a bald flog. You know why he got ejected? Because it was true, and there was no... If you call someone a flog, you could probably call someone a flog in Parliament, and nothing's going to happen.
It's
not an insult.
Where is our fan privilege gone?
Yeah.
The AFL is systematically stripping
and you have a problem when Joffa comes out and defends the fans, and he sounds... and
he makes sense.
And he makes sense, and people get behind his message, Joffa.
Joffa is becoming the voice that unites a nation.
Yeah, when Joffa is the voice of reason, you got problems. Big problems.
He's an icon, isn't he?
So what
Yeah, for people in Preston.
Where do the AFL go from here?
I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I've always loved the rough, raw Aussie feeling about footy. Without a doubt. But there's a difference between sounding like you're doing a Richard Pryor stand-up comedy bit and you use an MF motherfucker and like around kids and stuff at a family game. Yeah, fair enough. You calling someone a bald flog?
It's not that bad.
What's going on, mate? Like, you can insult, you can poke. That's barely doing both.
Yeah.
And getting ejected, there might be more to it. Like, obviously there wasn't
there's abuse, and then there's just like
Like, if that's the only reason they can give, then clearly there's not enough to it.
Yeah.
But then, so now what I've also heard, and might just be Richmond fan beat up, but Richmond fans have accused the AFL of putting people in their cheer squad or around their cheer squad to spy on them.
Richmond have accused the AFL? Really?
Yeah. So
yes.
But what would be the purpose of this?
Carlton
to see if anybody's mouthing off too much, apparently. So but
it's Richmond. Like, you go into Richmond queer squad. I mean, you go into the cheer squad, you're going to mouth off a bit.
Yeah, it's part. I would have thought that's a prerequisite of the fucking cheer squad to mouth off.
You got to look like Dusty Martin and sound like Dusty Martin.
It was actually for Matthew Richards. I was asking Matthew because he played at full forward in an era where full forwards actually stayed at full forward.
He's the worst commentator. Sorry,
probably. But they actually are like you played at full forward and you got a lot of crap from the fan. And like, who was the cheer squad that gave you the most shit? And he's like the Richmond ones. And that was who he played for.
Yeah, of course. Dude, mine was Fanatic Richmond for the longest time. All I heard every week was abuse. Then, when they got up, all I heard was silence. No, it was actually silence. It was the complete opposite. It was like, I don't know, like, we just got to wait and see. And they were dominating. It was a complete whole opposite.
How's that? They were, last year, in the They made the preliminary final last year, Richmond.
Yeah.
And we were all like, "Oh man, they're going to create a dynasty."
I mean,
and now they're going to wait another 37 years for a flag.
I mean, no, they're going to wait another 37 years until their injury list gets fit.
Latest game style. That's all there is to it. Some teams
but let's be honest, their players are remarkable. A lot of them are out.
Yeah, they've got so many injuries. We've spoken about Jules. Jules, as a Melbourne fan, thinks that Melbourne sucked because of the injuries, and unfortunately,
no. I think we suck because the game style has changed and we haven't kept up with it. And I think that's the same with Richmond, even with their players.
I don't know.
I don't think even with their players coming in, it's not an 80-point difference between Geelong.
On that, let's.
No, but okay, you're breaking them down differently though. Like, how many does Geelong have out?
Not
a lot.
You know what I mean? And you know what I see? Richmond is obviously struggling a bit in form at the moment, but their not so good team with so many out is still doing okay. When their rest of the team, if they could ever come back in,
Yeah, I don't. I'm still on the. I'm still on the. Richmond can make something of this year still.
They can.
I still think that they can because if they get. Dusty's been a bit up and down, but he's starting to hit some good form.
Yeah, definitely.
If Cochin can string games together, he's been in and out all year.
Yeah, he was out last game.
Yeah. Revolt. If Revolt comes back, he's been out for ages. Rance is out for the year. That's the big one.
Oh, what, the children's book? Didn't he make a children's?
Did he? Well,
Alex Rance.
I can see Alex Rance doing the children's book. Was it actually about football, or was it about a balanced lifestyle?
I think he actually wrote a diary.
Oh, well, okay.
Look it up, I promise you. I dead set, Alex Rance wrote a children's book.
I don't actually doubt that. I can see because he is a bit of a. He's a bit of a tool.
It's basically.
He's a nice bloke,
me and
but
Alex
he's a bit
Rance
of a tool.
have the same IQ. Let's keep it Don't know if I can write a children's book.
I don't know. Can you
write a book?
If you wrote a children's book, it'd be your autobiography.
That's what I'm saying, you know.
The first thing that came up when I googled Alex Rance was book.
Yeah. What's it called?
My Life by Alex Rance.
Rabbit's Hop. Rabbit's Hop. Did you know Rabbit's Hop?
Wow. No, I thought they jumped.
Yeah, well, there you go. He writes children's books. Apparently,
I told you.
He also wrote another book called Tiger's Roar.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
No, so he's got Rabbit's Hop and Tiger's Roar. Next, he's gonna do Dogs Bark. Babies Cry.
Cats Meow.
Cats Meow.
He's gonna be confused when he has to be like Lions Roar.
The sequel.
The sequel to Roar.
Lions Roar as well.
So, going back on the fan stuff,
yeah, we got a bit sidetracked there.
There's been talk of a potential boycott. Would you support that if it comes in?
What's this?
To boycott the AFL, you don't go to the AFL games anyway. Oh, you do actually? No. You have been to a few this year. Yeah, I have seen that.
If they involve Essendon, the greatest team in the world.
No. Seriously, though, I've said this a few times where I hardly get any joy whatsoever watching any other team and any game that does not involve my own.
It's been hard.
Don't get me wrong. I watch difficult. It. I get joy, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know exactly what you're saying. You watch your team, and it's this different, certain level of love.
I don't necessarily like the way the game looks anymore.
No, same here.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I feel the rules have been changed.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So that's why I would potentially support a boycott, so long as one, over the fan trim, and then two, the consistent rule changes.
But would the boycott really do anything?
I think if
they get enough people not coming to games and watching their product and they're not making any money, or not making as much money, of course they would.
The only way you can
you always have the supporters.
Joffa's threatening to walk.
Yeah, Joffa's threatening a bloody revolt.
Get Eddie to give me a little bit of that Triple M money and you'll be alright.
In all fairness, but here's what people don't realise. The product of the AFL isn't necessarily a game, it's the fans. They're able to sell the sponsorship and audience reach to companies. That's their actual business.
Last year when TV audiences were down, the AFL, that's the reason why we have the 666 rule and the other rules that they bring in is because they wanted to make the game more exciting and make it more high scoring because TV viewership was down. We are the number one factor in everything that they do. If we stop watching, they change the rules.
When has changing the rules in the past worked?
It hasn't. That's what we're saying. We should boycott and demand revert them all back to the 90s.
Essentially, isn't that changing the rules again?
Yeah,
Phil.
But my biggest gripe is whatever rules are enforced need to be
How do you get the game?
subject.
How do you get the game back to? How do you get the game back to literally 2 or 3 players going up for it, and then the ball being in some loose space, and you know what I mean?
A big collision.
In my opinion, it will never happen because the players that play now are athletes and they can run all day and they can follow the ball all day. The problem is that the players now, like a full forward doesn't say it full forward, they all push up the ground and they all run back. They all follow the play in waves. There's no positional play anymore.
Oh, there's positional play, but it's fluid. It's very fluid.
I mean,
so it's almost like you create a perimeter around the ball of 50 meters one way, 50 meters the other way.
You didn't have
up and down. It's a rolling.
Tony Lockett kicked 1,360 goals because he didn't have to contend with 2 blokes dropping back into the hole every week. Yeah. We're never going to get that. We're never going to get that space. That's for positions ever again. Yeah. It's the game of football where it was 1-on-1, 18 versus 18 all over the ground. That's gone.
So
but.
And I don't know how they get that back.
Are we the old ones? Do we need to adapt, like, our opinion?
Well, yeah, maybe we do, but we don't necessarily have to like the way it looks. Maybe...
No, because I don't know what you mean. You know what I miss? I miss the days of being... Like, when I was a lot younger, seeing those big forwards changing a game. I don't see that anymore.
The shootout where Gary Ablett would kick 14 goals up one end and Paul Salmon kick 10 up the other. That's not going to happen anymore. It's never going to happen again. It's a bit sad, a bit nostalgic.
I still think it'll come back. It's just a matter of...
I can't see
it I don't think it will.
It'll be in a different way.
I mean, the only way it's going to come back, I can't see it coming back as one singular forward dominating that. I can see it coming back.
No, but the game itself, though...
But that's already what it seems to be at.
The game itself, though, is just different. Yeah, teams aren't the same. I mean, how often do you see a team, they break up to the wing... And then they realise that all their players have pushed back, so they've got to fucking stop and go backwards, so they have to wait for their forward to run back inside 50. It's fucking ridiculous. Stupid. Before, teams used to just get it and go. They've gone.
Can we talk about the Women's World Cup?
Are we going to quickly wrap over the AFL games and our tips?
Oh, yes. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Wait, this week?
So for this week, so the first 2 games... were Adelaide versus Richmond, in which Adelaide won.
Yeah, and picked them.
Essendon versus Hawthorn, in which Essendon won. Daddy's delight. So we got 4 games left in this bye round. Melbourne have already accorded a loss against the bye, which is a first ever.
Oh, wow.
Very impressed by that. So the first one is St Kilda versus the Gold Coast at the Gold Coast.
I'm going for an upset.
Who are you picking?
I've been going for a lot of upsets recently. I'm going for the Coast.
You, Castle?
St Kilda haven't been great and they've got a crap load of injuries, but I still can't see them not beating the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I see St Kilda
that's actually going to be... Yeah, but you know what? That's going to be a lot closer than... Yeah, I can see... I can see you picking the Gold Coast.
Because in all fairness, I haven't seen much by St Kilda that's going to make me be like, hey...
They started off alright, but they've got so many injuries now. They've been decimated, really. And Gold Coast haven't won a lot.
They've gone for a lot of outsiders.
They've been still pretty competitive. Like they've fallen off the cliff a bit. Yeah, they haven't been horrible.
Carlton had a good one last week. Insane.
So the next one is Freo versus the Power.
Yeah.
Subi.
I'm going for the outsider again.
Stadium.
Optus Stadium.
You're going.
This one,
who's the outsider?
I feel like I'm picking it wrong.
Who's the outsider?
My heart says that Port's the outsider.
Oh, okay.
I think my heart's saying it wrong. Like I've always been a fan of Freo at home. I don't know what it is. No, but you have it in this situation. Doesn't really mean shit, does it?
Yeah, because they're just over the border. Yeah,
it doesn't mean shit. So when you get Port over there, I like Port over Freo.
The South Australian teams actually, they actually do. I feel like they perform a lot better in Perth than what the Victorian and the Eastern border.
That's why I'm still going to go Freo for that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going Freo.
I reckon you're right. More than likely, I reckon I'll probably get that one wrong.
Yeah,
but something's telling me
Port.
Stop telling me.
Go with your intuition.
$10.
Yeah, nah.
No?
Nah.
No.
No? Okay. Not confident enough to lay down money for your beliefs.
No. Not confident enough that you'll pay me back
in
yet.
the tipping.
Do it for Joffa. Alright?
Alright. So here's objectively the match of the round.
Oh, I didn't tip what I thought I was going to tip.
Versus the Western Bulldogs.
Oh, this is easy. What do you mean objectively? This one's easy.
Who are you going for?
It's got to be the Doggies.
Yeah, I'm going for the Doggies.
Yeah.
Carlton had a flash in the pan last night.
Yeah, they did have a flash in the pan, but both of these teams right now suck.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Doggies have sucked a lot.
But Doggies suck less at the moment. Doggies show some promise, and so does Carlton. But I think Doggies show a little bit more.
I don't know how the Doggies went from winning a grand final to this.
That honestly is one of the saddest turnarounds.
Yeah, you know what though? I reckon if you I reckon 95% of the fans wouldn't give a fuck.
Longest grand final hangover ever because they're still drinking.
3 years on.
Come on, tell me everybody that day besides a Sydney supporter wasn't a Doggies fan.
Yeah.
That was... oh my god, the feeling that day was just like, get up, boys.
It was pretty good. The final match, North Melbourne versus the Nants.
Giants.
The Giants.
Okay, let's be honest.
Giants.
Let's be honest. We have this little blue and white supporter over here.
Yeah, we do.
You make me hate North Melbourne because of how much shit you give me on a daily basis.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, we're poor, but at least we're not scum. That's all I've got to say.
Every day I've got to live with this.
So, are you backing your 20 years? The Giants, though?
You know what? I am.
Whoa!
It's in Tassie. We've won 3 in a row.
I think that Tassie might be a factor.
We always play well over there. We've given some. We've given some good sides, some horrific beltings over there. Adelaide won 8 or 9 of their first 10 games or something a couple of years ago. Came to Tassie and we kicked 10 goals to nothing in the first quarter.
Do you know that's why
you did that to us and you only beat
that's why I picked Essendon?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but we beat them by 12 goals.
That's why I picked Essendon tonight.
Yeah,
because I'd seen in previous years us versus Hawks, even when they were doing real well, and it wasn't so
another
average.
thing too, like we play so well. We play so well over there so often, and I would imagine GWS. I don't think have ever played. Maybe against Hawthorn, but that's a different.
You almost convinced me.
City.
And I hate. You know what? How much shit you give me? No way we're going back to GWS.
I'm going GWS.
I mean, they're a strong team. GWS is a strong team.
No, I think I tipped North.
Where are they on the
It'll be.
Where's GWS?
Well, GWS should beat us, but I've just got a feeling that we might pull off the upset.
In Hobart, it makes sense.
Yeah, if this was at Etihad, I'd be tipping GWS.
They travel well.
Marvel Stadium. Yeah.
Whatever. You do it for Captain America.
So that's the wrap up of this week's Mad. This week.
Well, that's the wrap up of pretty much everything.
And dragged our asses for 50 minutes now, which has surprised the hell out of us.
52 minutes.
So,
52 minutes of shit that no one's going to listen to.
And
I might give it. I might give it a once over.
Yeah,
so,
fair enough.
I think
one listener.
From here at anybody's game. From here at the team at anybody's game. Remember, it is anybody's game, so get involved, comment, like, share this to your friends who, for whatever reason, want to listen to us. And, fuck off.
Fuck off.